Give everyone a chance to join back in again. Alright, let's reset everything. Hopefully we're live right now, chat. I don't know what's going on. Of course it does during this stream. Alright, we're back. Welcome back, chat. Ooh. Welcome back. Jeez. Hopefully Sealy comes back too. Hopefully everybody makes it back. Sorry about that. Don't know what that was. Sometimes I do swear. If I were to go and if put a tinfoil hat on my head, sometimes I wonder. But anyways, no, it wasn't a game crash. The game didn't crash, just the stream. That was just the stream. That was PSN. That's been happening more and more lately, and not on just this game. Like I said, if I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but I have noticed some odd, unusual trends going on lately from multiple people talking about the same problem I've been having, and yet it's not being fixed. Like I said, I'm not gonna go into that. That will be for a vlog. We will talk about that for a vlog at some point because this has been going on for a few months now. And like I said, if I really wanted to go off the edge a little bit, part of me wonders if it's somewhat on purpose. But yeah, it was just the stream though. Luckily, the game itself is still brilliant. And so far, it's doing better than the stream did. Welcome back, Celiac. The stream crashed for some reason. All right, back to what I was trying to do. I was gonna go in the garage, see if I have anything new. Oh, it wants me to go to the shop. What? Hmm? What? I already have one of these. Why is it making that flash? The UI is a bit confusing. Not gonna lie. Maybe it's just telling me that we unlock that because we found one, or because we have one. Now we can buy more. It's the only thing I can think of why it does that. Huh. I don't have any other vehicles. I mean, that I can buy, but I don't have that money yet, so we can't get that. All right, so let's go to objectives. Build a route to deliver the crane parts to the phosphate plant. Find and recover the generator from the abandoned facility. I don't know if I have anything to carry it. Hmm. What? Remaining reward. Forward base to phosphate plant. The infrastructure tab displays a list of activities that you can complete in any order. Okay. New activities will become available as you explore the map. Some activities, such as this one, are required to complete the objective. Open one of the requests to see how route plotting works. Okay, open. Oh. Oh. So they do use the waypoint system, but it's between bases. This is how you create your logistics. Ah, I see. See, this part I like. This seems pretty cool. Say, your task is to plot a route for vehicles to follow. Use waypoints to trace a path between two locations. Keep an eye on the terrain. Heavy vehicles aren't built for off-road travel. So we have to keep in mind of what trucks we're putting on the road. I like that. Okay. That definitely makes more sense. The way I went was not a good idea. I would have to scout out the road back to the north. To me right now, the best road seems to be going northwise, because it's right there at the entrance of the facility. I just went the wrong way. Problem is there's a little bit of water at the entrance. So, okay. Build a route to deliver the crane parts to the phosphate plant. So start plotting. Add point. Oh. Okay, I need to zoom in. Alright, there. 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 This road looks pretty good so far. Gonna have to make a turn. There. 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 No, that seems like a good spot. Okay, so there. 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 To there. When the route is planned, press X to start the convoy. Make sure there are no obstacles left on the route. I don't know if it'll save the route, so I'm gonna try it and see what happens. Hey, is that actually happening? Holy crap! Okay, I'll give him that. That's one thing I hated about SnowRunner is how empty it was. That's good. I like that. Let's follow it. There's another one behind us, I think, right? Yeah, let's kind of follow these guys and see what they're doing.
Looks like we're gonna need a generator for the phosphate plant. There should be one somewhere close to the abandoned facility. Check your map. If you can find it, bring it back to the garage inside the abandoned facility.
They seem to be okay. I don't think there's any what's called in the way, so I think I'm gonna head towards my objective. Okay, that's cool. Look at that. Oh, you can see that. You can actually see them succeeding at it. You can see how well it's doing. Dude, this is a cool system. This I like. Okay. So let's do the other one then for now. Extract that. Go try to locate. I do have a truck bed. Like my not Ford truck does have maybe a space. It depends on the size of the generator. Guess we're gonna go find out. Alright, well, they're doing their thing. Oh, it looks like they have to unload. That's a bit weird. Oh, they go inside the garage. They don't actually come back from the other place. That one's done. Nice. Build a route to deliver crane parts to phosphate plant. Alright. Let's start driving this way. Let's do third person now. Switch back and forth a little bit. Whoa, okay. The dozer might block them. It looks like they're doing good, but yeah, I thought about it. That's why I checked. Let me make sure they. Oh no, that's right. They finished it. I think as long as it's not near the garage, as long as they don't have to back up, like right. If they had to take room to turn around, then I feel like it would have probably made me make a return trip. I assume. But I don't know. Shame we couldn't fight. How's the stream looking like on y'all's end? It's lagging really bad on my phone's end right now. You see, top left of the screen will give you a warning if the route fails. Huh. Wait, what did you say? Something just came up. I don't know what that said. I think just to be safe, we're gonna back up our tractor. It technically completed it, but I'm putting her back over here until we need her. She's going in this corner over here. There should be nothing over here for now. At the moment, anyways. Alright. Alright. The stream gave a small hiccup on mine. Oh god. I haven't yet, Farseer. I did play before those amalgamations hit hard, man. I will say I will be trying to get back into Helldivers 2 at some point, but I'll be buying it for my PlayStation at that point. I don't know when it'll be. If I have enough, it'll be next month. But next month is a different theme that we're going with next month. And all of my attention has to be kind of put towards that. So. Plus, it'll be a more calming theme to cool down that month a little bit. So it looks like the generator's this way. Object scanner. You've just entered a search area. All scout vehicles are equipped with an object scanner. Oh yeah, right. This scanner will help you locate quest objects hidden within a search area. Okay. I think I see it right there, of course. But let's do what the game wants me to do. What? Oh, infrastructure route requested. Oh, does that permanently keep coming up? Hold on. L1. Operational. Forward base to... Okay. Yeah, it's operational. Does it keep doing it? How do I... Okay. I guess it automatically keeps happening? In the background? I don't know. Oh wow, broken pipes stuff, okay. It says operational, so I'm gonna assume it is. Okay. deliver the object. Find and recover the generator. It's up there, but how would I... Oh, wait. Is that crane drivable? Let's just drive over here. Let's park right here. Alright, how do I pick it up? I don't have a crane. What? What? Don't understand. That is flooded over there. Holy shoot. Maybe I can drive up to it? Maybe there's a way up there? I do see a ramp. I must have to drive up there. Alright then. Not exactly what I thought I was going to be doing, but... By the way, what? What the hell? Oops. God, I can see. What did that damn thing say? Yellow gate? Gate. That? Okay. Some environmental elements can be pushed, pulled, or knocked over. Okay. Means we want to pull this. It'll create maybe a ramp or maybe push. Hold on. Let's try ramming it first. That would damage my truck in real life. This part seems a bit weird. It's action adventure trucking. Don't know how I feel about this. They're trying to make this too much like Expedition in this aspect. This seems a little weird to me. This seems weird. Wait. Oh, okay, really? It's Puzzle Truck 9000. Alright, cool. I gotta go up here and knock this down. I feel like it'd have been better just to let me use that crane that was sitting there temporarily. Or maybe I had to refuel the crane or something. Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright, see, that's also why I feel like that's a bad idea. No way. Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh boy. Ow. Okay, saved it. Oh Jesus. How do you detach? There we go. Yeah, I don't like this part. This part seems kind of dumb. I don't think I'm gonna enjoy this part. This part seems weird. This would not be done. This is the farthest from realism you can get. Tried to back up to it. Let's think, what do I do when I'm up here now? I have to turn around. Okay, well, we're right here now. It's literally right there. What now? Huh? Let's see. So what do I do now? This is kind of unelaborate. I'm not really liking this so far. Do I have to go over to the exploration part first? This is very confusing. If this is not supposed to be my objective right now, it should not have this marked until I do the part that it requires first. Tip for this for you for Saber and for the developer of this game, you might want to change that. That's probably going to confuse a lot of freaking people. But the point that they're not going to really realize what's going on. Another thing, I don't think this is a good idea. I think this type of gameplay is not really good for this type of game. I literally just basically drove a truck through a construction building up ramps when this is not a thing that's done. That's a freaking hazard in real life. And it's like, remember, your consumer are people who play realistic type games. Oh man. Push over that yellow wood to create a ramp down. So I have to go to that first. That's what y'all are saying? Okay, I'll head over there. So strange. It's not a game-breaking deal, this is just weird. I assume I have to go to the exploration marker first. Who would do this? Oh my god. It's something I'm pretty strict on and pretty hardcore on, like, that's lazy. You couldn't come up with a better way to make that make sense? Or just at least go a more simpler way and make it where that crane was correct? Any other things? Like, this was weird. Wait, no, that didn't do it either. Now what? Drag? What? You're shitting. What? Maybe I'm not gonna like this game. See, I can forgive a couple of things being fake and arcade. Even navigating that thing. No. That is. You should have given me a crane. If you wanted me to do this early in the game, and I hope they change that. If they hear me out loud and if the developer ever sees this video, please change that immediately. Because that is you're gonna hurt your profit on this game already. I can tell. Just because you're going too arcadey, you're going too cartoony. Yeah, because dragging this generator across concrete slabs and across dirt mud where it'll waterlog the damn thing makes complete sense. Instead of loading it into a truck. You made SnowRunner. Come on now. What do I have bad feeling most of these companies are just gonna disappear? I don't really trust half of these companies anymore at this point. This might end up being a waste of my money. This is stupid. This is very stupid. I can barely drive dragging this thing. What the? But yeah, I can barely do this. This is not fun. Uh-oh. No. I can already tell it might be a waste. This was a waste. And my family helped me out get this because I was behind on certain monies and I wasn't going to be able to get this game for streaming. Seriously? Better move. Holy crap. What is this? got parking brake on. Oh yeah, sorry. I do. I'm just upset. This is so stupid. I don't know. If it's gonna be like this might not last long for me, this game. I might end up just fading this into the background and just, you know. And what's funny is this is not what I saw Raptor play. This is not how the game was when he was playing it during the beta. So that means they changed a lot of shit that should not have been changed. Who the hell did they listen to change that much shit to make it this freaking fake? Oh my god. At least it doesn't have any physics to the mud. They at least learned that lesson, but that's... I'd rather have proper physics and I just have to load it onto the truck than this lazy BS. This game may not be what you recommend. I'll play more and check it out, but I may tell James to not get this then. Because I'm pretty sure he liked this too, but I'm pretty sure this is not what the demo he played did either. Or was like.
I knew I could rely on you, which
So
is especially great since I had nobody else to rely on. You're the only contractor in the sector. The fate of everything rests upon you. No pressure. Besides, the only thing left to do is to build the flood wall before the storm hits. First, you'll need to scoop up some concrete slabs. There should be plenty around your base. Naturally, you'll want to use the crane to move them. Then you need to drop them off in the loading area.
Yes,
easy as pie, right?
Why?
I could go for some pie. Anywho, the generator's in working order, so now you just need to make sure it's delivered. Shouldn't be too hard. Just plot a course from the workshop to the phosphate plant.
Oh, God. Luckily, it gave me a new vehicle, which looks like it's a... That's a crane. So at least we have the crane. So tell me, game, what part of you thought that you shouldn't give this to me first? That's what I'm saying, like... It's making some of these things feel a bit redundant. Just because, why? Why? I could have brought that crane over here, loaded it onto the truck, and then drove around through the water. Going through this building was pointless. This was lazy. I'm calling it like it is. This is lazy. It should have just been, okay, give me crane, I drive crane down here. I lift crane, I grab crate, I put crate in back of pickup truck, I take pickup truck this way, go around, go in here, drop it off. What? I have a bad feeling about this, but we'll see. Like I said, I don't want to give it too hard of a judgment till the end, but yeah, some of these things are making me worried. I don't even know if we can get through this, to be fair. We might have to go back through the other way. How deep is this? Terrain scanner. That's this. Yeah, I mean... I guess we'll see. Okay, this is pretty shallow. So far. Hold on. So far, so good. Yeah, so the why... See, I'm trying to give Saber credit, but then when I see stuff like that, that reminds me of their stupidity of that they did throughout SnowRunner. So this seems pretty legit as a route too, because we have to scout out the route for our convoy to come down here too. So this is just a tutorial. Other maps are much better. Okay, well that's why I said I'm not gonna judge them completely yet. But it's like, if that's just a tutorial, I'm willing to forgive that. But if they keep making you do obstacle courses like that throughout each map, with your scout just to track something somewhere, you know. Let's see. So as far as routing is concerned, I at least can give it that. problem is with this route is this water is actually pretty nasty. So I don't know if it'll get through that. Where are the concrete slabs? Track it. Are they just up there where he is? That means we need to get back up there, I guess. So we need to make a left, then a right, and then just follow the road up there. Oops, park the brakes on. Nah, you know what? He powered through that on low for these, or without low, so the trucks, as long as they keep momentum, should be for that. Whoa! Got a little bit of on perm there. I just enjoy watching the truck drive down the road. Like, the one thing I will say that their game is good on is the physics are good at, like, actually being something fun to watch as you drive through it. Alright, we don't want to put my truck in the way fully here. Is that the concrete slab? It does look like it. That's pretty big. I don't know if we can carry that. Where is it supposed to go, though? So, store resources, concrete slabs. I assume we're just putting it in storage, so we're not actually having to put it in the truck. Let's see. Enter. Okay, here we go. The Bacal 59. Hold L1 to activate crane controls. Additional controls are under R1 will expand once a load is attached. The nearby concrete slabs are a resource that can be stored. Use the crane to move them into the loading zone. Okay, so it's just right there. Roger, roger. Alright. We're gonna move this afterwards. We don't want to block the road, but we want to be close enough to do this here. Okay. Park. What? Oh, hey, cool. So if you're near your truck, you'll actually hear radio talk with them doing the logistics route. I do love that. That's making me money in the background. I do appreciate that part of the game as well. Wait. No. Toggle crane. Oh, okay. That puts it back. Alright. Vertical. Oh no. Yep. That button's gonna have to be changed. Alright, Why are not all the yellow lines showing up? This tutorial box is actually playing. I wonder if I can only put 2. Maybe I'm only allowed to get 2. I'm gonna attach it and see what happens. Oh, cycle camera. That's what I want. So I can see it from your perspective. Probably. Okay. This is gonna take a minute. So let's just attach it. Okay, that's attached mode. How do I... Hold on. I wonder if it's because I'm targeting the bottom one. It is. Okay. So how do I attach? Okay. Why do they have no buttons to show everything? Attach mode. There it is. This has worse buttons than I feel like SnowRunner had. I feel like this is better on SnowRunner this way. This is gonna take forever. It's just the buttons are everywhere. I'm like, I have to think about it in my brain going, is that the button? Oh, we can't even reach this. You also gave me a piss poor crane to do this with. Holy shit. We're gonna have to move up a little bit. Okay. Alright, anchors. Okay. Detach load, okay. Well, we can just cheat through that. We can at least try to grab it. The other one I'm at the back end for. We aren't going to be able to get that one back there as easily. Drag it over here. I mean, if it'll let me do this, I'm gonna cheese it because because of how weird the controls are. We're gonna pull it this way. So you can actually still. all of them. Move concrete slabs to the loading area. Store concrete slabs 3 of 6. There must be 3 more somewhere. Oh, they're over there. Okay. Where is old crane? Anchors. This one's gonna be a bit of a pain. Am I gonna have to drive these back and forth? Can I drop these in either of these yellow squares? Does anyone know? If I can, like, get these from here, or... and take them over there, or is it gonna be... is it gonna give... does it want me to take it back there? Guess we'll find out in a minute. That's true, this is terrible. Like I said, it's like they're not giving you enough equipment to fully do these jobs. They're not. Oh, that's gonna get stuck on me now. Oh, this control scheme is so damn unintuitive. I don't like this dragging shit. Let's see if I can put it in this one. But I'm gonna have to reposition because it ain't gonna work where I was. Okay. Come on! I'm getting frustrated now. I keep pressing the wrong damn button. This is not good. This is not intuitive. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I'm gonna deattach and I'm gonna let it reset here. It's so dumb. Oh, alright, this should be close enough to drag it over here. So there's good things about this game, but this game has definitely got too many bad things about it. They've made it. I did think they could make things more tedious in the wrong way. No, that's wrong. I'm not even gonna reset the cranes. This is gonna make me play unrealistically, which is probably why I'm gonna end up just not finishing this game. I'm realistically talking about it now because my brain's like, I don't think I can handle this. This is not what I look for in simulators. Let me see something. Is that tipping me over? I mean, a little? This brain would tip. If we were doing this in real life, it's all over. You unlock trucks you can load up and not need to do this. Yeah, but that's not my point, though. I don't doubt that we can, because I know there's dump trucks and loaders in here. But here's my issue. Do you think anyone's going to make it that far, damn quick? That's what I'm saying. Most people are going to quit out in the first 10 minutes if they have to deal with this. And not having enough, even hardcores. They're going to be so upset. To be fair, I feel like most simulator players are going to quit the moment the generator thing happens. The moment they do that part, they're going to close this game and get a refund. It's like they need to think about that kind of stuff. Your tutorial should not be making you do things that you wouldn't be doing later. It should have given me a dump truck or a loader from the get-go. Another thing, I pre-ordered this game. The Amaterasu's not even unlockable until you buy it in-game as well. They could have just given me that. At least I would have had it to kind of mitigate this problem. But as far as playing this with just vanilla, this is not a good idea. Like, most people are gonna quit out before they even ever get to this damn point. I'm only doing it because I want to get past this point and do a proper review, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If this had been me buying this for myself, completely, just to play it like I thought I was gonna be, because I thought it was gonna be a pretty good game. So, and it's like, and overall it will be late game, it'll be better, like Tam King said. But my issue is, there's no point in that, because no one's gonna make it there. Late game does not matter if your early game sucks. It's like, Tam, does the game need you to load more than 6 labs or stuff after the tutorial? Well, that's the thing. Supposedly it will give us a truck. I don't know when, but my thing is like, need the dump truck. The crane and the dump truck should have came at the same time, so I could move the truck over here, dump it out faster, and then reload. Because I know this game you can do that. But what's baffling me is the design choice for the tutorial. It's a terrible tutorial. Because it's making you learn strats that you shouldn't even have to be doing to begin with, when you should have a starting piece of equipment for each of these. Ugh. tell you, people goddamn dumb. I mean that out loud. I said it in my last stream. This is why I keep blowing up at the end of streams. I'm tired of this idiocy. I'm tired of the half-ass brain my society has developed. I'm gonna grab this one because it's closer than the one on the floor. Let's see, there's a slab leaning on the wall, by the way. Is there? Where? I'm not going over there for that. It's pointless. This is the last one. We only need 6. This will do good enough. Finally. Resources are stored in your base storage, which is accessible from any of your bases. On each map, you can unlock and access multiple interconnected bases. Your current objective requires resources to be stored in your base storage in order to be completed. Alright. Camera back to the vehicle. I gotta make sure we're not in the way. I'm gonna put it over here beside this container. Yeah, there's some right there too. But I'm not touching any of those until I have a truck to put them in. When it comes to that many, no. I ain't getting touched. Not right now. I had the parking brake on. Okay. Next objective. By the way, PS Extra updated. New games. I saw that. I'm definitely going to be picking up. I want to check out Sandland, see how good it is. And the other ones we talked about that I'm really like Home Humankind. I'm excited about that. Alright. So store resources. We've done that. Open map. That's done. Transfer resources? Some objectives such as this one require you to manually confirm completion. This will remove resources from your storage. Oh, okay. Okay, oh, it just does it automatically. Okay, weird. Alright, create a route to deliver the generator to what's called connect the warehouse to the forward base. The warehouse? Is that what this is? Abandoned facility. Create a route, infrastructure route, track. Ah, okay. So, abandoned facility to the phosphate plant. Start plotting. Okay. There's a bit of mud there. We'll see if they can make it. It'll let me know if they can't. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Delete last point. Oh, that gate's not open. I would have to open that gate. Shoot. I'm gonna have to redo it. Hold on. Oh, let's put it in, Martian mode. So we're a lot faster. I don't know if this is gonna open automatically. Manual mode. Over here now in this corner. Alright. So now we need open route, start plotting. Oh good, it remembers. Thank goodness. That's cool. See, those kinds of things they at least seem to have thought about. Like, this plotting system is pretty good as far as making your logistics. Dispatch vehicles. Let's see if it works. Alright, they're coming out of that. Now let's see what happens. Let's see if they make it over here. Or if I'm gonna need to send them around the long way. I do wish I could turn my engine off. The horn sounds like. Oh, you can hide the hen. Yeah, I don't need that. Oh, that's how you recover. You gotta hold it and you can choose where you okay. So there's only certain spots that can be recovered in. Go to the map and hover over AI and it gets oh. Oh. Whoa! Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'll at least give them that. That's very beautiful. Just at least from looks perspective, that you can watch your own convoy and see how they do. This is a good way to see where they get stuck too. I like that. Like I said, they have some good things in this game. It's just I have a bad feeling that the problem is most people are not going to get past the tutorial to even know any of this. They're going to get stuck on that generator and that slab thing, and it's going to hurt real bad. I hope they patch that very quickly. Let's see how he does. He's going in the water. This looks pretty shallow. I'm pretty sure that was an easy route. Yeah, okay. That was nothing. See, at least this part is pretty dope. No, like you can get this random sim-like or turbo-like language of them communicating to me. Alright, well that makes... He's going into the void. Kind of weird to let me spectate this. He couldn't get in there. The AI is terrible. Luckily they're doing it. God, they are terrible at driving. Especially coming in. Thank God they don't run into each other. That's probably why they made it that way. Alright, nice. Bring resources to phosphate plant.
Looks like you'll need to do some hauling. Take the
Okay.
cargo truck and load it up with the concrete slabs and steel beams.
Finally,
then
we
deliver
have
it to
some
the phosphate
concrete
plant.
trucks.
And if you're in the mood for extra supplies, you could plot a route between the warehouse and the forward base. It's not essential, but it'll make things easier for you in the long run.
Connect warehouse and forward base with a route. It's called warehouse, but it says abandoned facility on the map. That's strange. Oh, that's down there. Ooh, never mind. We're gonna have to go scout that out. We won't know what that is. Let's not do that yet. Track. So we do have our truck now. Finally. Oh, look who it is. Mudrunner's first and most finest. Even though it's not the same truck anymore, it's modeled after that truck. To retrieve resources, press X to open storage menu nearing the selected resource. You can store resources at one base and retrieve them from another. We have no... Oh. Huh? Oh. How many? 2. Okay. Alright, well now comes the actual loading part, finally. So, okay. I need to go get my crane again. It's the first time we actually have to do this properly. Well, why are you doing that? Oh, I keep forgetting to take parking brake off. We have concrete slabs there, but I'll load them separately. So let's load the... Right there, I think will be good, hopefully. We'll have to try it. Oops. Top tip. You can fit all the stuff you need in one go. Ooh. If I stack this wrong, I won't. Hold on. If that's the case, then that means I need to get the slabs first. That's inconvenient. Let's get those over there then. Hold on. So here's what we're gonna do, so we don't reset our crane. I'm gonna drive over here quickly. Wrong button. Yeah, I do wish the controls were a bit more intuitive and easier to understand. Very, very, very confusing. Okay. So let's move the truck over here. That actually might be too far for it to reach. Hold on. Maybe like right here or something like that. Might be too close, but we'll see. Actually, I should probably go for the furthest one. We need 3 of these, so. There it is. Wrong button. Is that high enough? No. So we're gonna have to let it down. Is there a way to shrink the road? The rope length. There we go. Okay. They can get by, right? Okay, cool. Hold on, let's toggle camera so I can see. Gotta wait for it to stop swinging. Oh, the swing is terrible. careful, man. Because your brain wants to do this because it's like, okay, that should be on the same button. Nope. Whoever designed this control does not know what they're doing. I can't remember how to slow down. Down D-pad. Ah, now it's too high. Oi, 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 oi. But there it is. Okay, there we go. That's 2. I put in 3 slabs and 2 beams on top. Yeah, that's what it makes sense. It's easiest to do that. So let's go for the one that's closest now. Okay. Alright, the slabs are loaded. What is it? Full frame. Anchors. Okay, now let's quickly switch the truck, bring it over here. Ah, okay, not yet. Boy, strap it down. And a little bit forward. Right there. Make it easier to load it right there. Alright. Oh, it dropped it. Interesting. said, AR9, you forgot to take this into account. I was in the truck bed and you lowered all those slabs on me. Pretty rude. Well, they should have been laying in the back of the truck. Now you're a pancake. You're a small, thin seal. Should have been laying in the back of the truck. There it is. Alright. Not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. Only if we had to really pack it tight, we had a bunch of stuff to load on there, would that matter? Whoops. Go. To be fair, I should probably keep my crane with the truck just right now. I'm gonna pick up the rest. Just so we can unload stuff easier. Alright. Triangle. There we go. Alright, so this has got to go to the phosphate plant. Let me see what roads I've got to take. So follow the road straight till I get to a left and right turn, then make right left. But my convoy is going. I'll let him go first. See, that was so much more. Even though it took a while to do that because that's how manual loading is. That at least was less tedious than what I had to do because I had the vehicle to load it in. Follow him. He's actually going the same place I am, so I can just follow him. turn on. Not wrong, like that. This truck has a gear problem. You can hear it grinding. Whoa, what was that? Oh, whoa! See, that's what you should have let me try out in the beginning of the game to get the damn generator. Can I use these?
The storm's coming in fast.
Probably not.
So we need to get that flood wall up. Actually, you need that more than I do. I'm safe back at HQ. But the folks in that town aren't. So, good luck.
Okay, so now what? We can use these. Ah, we have to use them to build the wall. Ah. Okay, see, like I said, these things it's doing well. These little, like, deeper things. I just have a bad feeling it's gonna get misjudged because of the fact that the tutorial is really bad. Like the very beginning is terrible. So I guess we could do that now. What do y'all want to do now? Do you want to do that, or do you want to go check out the side objective down here and scout out this area? I was taking an afternoon nap and bam, 4 tons of concrete on me. Sad day, man. Sad day, exactly. So Sam King says build the wall first. Is that what everybody wants to say? I guess we'll do that. Let's build this. This side has less pieces. A Newton and Stieg is what this thing's called. Oh, okay. Controls gonna be very different on this. Oh, rotate. This is actually easier. I kind of wish. Wait a minute. Hold on. Other than the rail movement controls, because I get why that doesn't make sense. How come the rail controls aren't like this? The crane controls, like, that's better. Attach load X, triangle camera mode. I get you still have to hold L1 to a certain extent, but it's like, so strange. Wait a minute. These got to go top, up, and down. It's kind of hard to. Okay, yeah. So this side's got to go in first. Gotcha. Rope length, triangle, and square. That's not it. Beautiful. How do I raise this? See, now I'm getting Construction Sim vibes. This feels a lot like Construction Sim when it does this. And this part it seems to be doing right. As high as it can go, rope length needs to shrink. And get it as high up as possible so we can move it. Okay. Going around. Okay. So, how do I rotate you? Load rotation. What's the back look like? See, the problem is I don't know which way it goes in. Wait, no. Hold on. Aha! Side with the brown bars on it. Okay. Okay, so now we want lower boom, which is... Nope. This way. Nope. That one. Oh, it's got the thing. I could probably drop that. How do I think that's good enough. I was trying to see if I could somehow... I keep pressing the wrong button. Square. There we go. It's going in. Oh, no. Hold on. Bring it back up. It's not quite in there. There it is. About... There we go. Alright. Now we need to get the other one. I think I should just leave it alone there. Once you're done, you can use that crane as a fishing rod and catch a whale. That would be hilarious. And with the way this game's been kind of crazy in the beginning, I probably would also, I would have totally not believed that. What? Weird. It was not wanting to lift it for a second there. Alright. Oh, okay. Alright, switch to the other one. Alright. He's done. Now we need this one. Me personally, I wanted to flood. Not that I'm biased towards the water or anything. Yeah, not at all. Stupid, not at all. That's strange that it does that. You have to shrink the rope to get it truly near the ground. You think they're real heavy if this crane's even having a hard time with this? I guess it makes sense. It's supposed to be like storm walls. Boom. Alright, beautiful. If this was James, he would have used the crane to put a truck on the roof. He probably will. Or drop this in the water. Starting to understand little tricks to use in this game to make certain things easier. What? Sometimes I think it gets hung on the ground. Build a flood wall to strengthen the shore. Sure thing is what that trophy was called. Goal complete, shields up.
Jeez Louise, that was a close one. I was worried you weren't gonna pull it off. If you keep this up, I might start getting optimistic. At least for the company's stocks. They've been crashing lately, but you might have just turned the tide. Now, doesn't that make you feel good? Well, savor it for all it's worth. Talk to you later.
Alright, all goals completed. In that silence there's a strange kind of calm, as if the two worlds are holding its breath, pretending everything is going to be alright. But a tempest must be true to its nature. Continue playing. So we've completed this map. We can go do the other stuff though, which is what we're gonna do. Alright, mule. Actually, no, we don't want the mule. We gotta go scout out that route, right? So let's go get our pickup truck. Track this. And we're gonna wanna just drive down the road. Gonna have to look at that map a couple of times. Once we, because I think that's what we'll do is we'll finish up this map, and since this is kind of a tutorial map, we'll leave the rest for when I'm able to bring the Mad Lad into the chaos and make this even crazier. The irony is, like, what James does is his chaos is still more fun and better than this game itself when it comes to its own monotony in some ways. It's still 1,000 times better than SnowRunner so far. But I do have my qualms with small things that just seem really odd. The game is now picking up though, which is nice. Like now that it's like, I still think the tutorial is the weakest part right now. It's like right now it seems like the tutorial is what's hurting it. Because it's forcing you to do things that kind of seem really strange. Comparatively to like, what an actual like restoration or almost like Storm Company. Basically it goes around restoring like storm barriers and things like that, like we did. Oh, can't drive through though right now. So far this route's pretty normal. For a second, I want to look at my map. We're gonna keep going this way, but there might have been another way back there, so we can go right up ahead. I don't think that flood wall is properly bolted in. I don't think it is either. But that's not our problem. Even though we're the ones that put it in. was a bridge. Closed off bridge. Looks like. So far, I haven't had to go into low gear or all to differential. So this route might be pretty safe for a truck to go down. That was probably the worst part right there, but I think that's just because I'm going uphill. It'll be going downhill, so should be fine. Alright, park for a second. There was definitely another way to the right. I'm just gonna go to the right for a second. I want to uncover this pipeline over here. Well, this road's bigger so far. Let's at least reach the warehouse location, then we'll scout out this way back, see which way's better, a better route. So that's where the truck will come out. It's called the truck shack. So that's where it'll come out. Connect the warehouse and the Ford base with the route. Let's uncover the rest of this little base. Drive that route back again. There's a way out right there. Let's go drive that other route, see which one I want to send the logistics route down. For resources and money. It seems like a route you played has failed. Which one? Why? Where? How did it fail? I gotta go here. Need maintenance. I'll have to go down there and see what that is. I don't know what's going on. Let's drive this route for now. Let's leave it. We'll fix it in a minute. I want to make sure which one of these routes is going to be better for the truck than this one. Huh. Wonder why it failed. I'll have to go see if something's in the road. I wonder if random events can happen and things block the road or something. does look like I technically could create a road this way. And I think that's where the true part of this game does come in, is technically I wonder if I could cut all these trees down and make a shortcut through here. But I don't have any of the vehicles for that, so it's not like I can do that right now. But I think that that's where this game hopefully will shine, is when we start really making our own paths. And starting to decide that that route's not efficient, we can do something different. Yeah, see, this road seems a little safer. I mean, they were both about the same. This is a main road, though, so I probably should keep them on that. I'm gonna make a left up here. And head towards our broken route. See what we can find out's going on over there. What's this up to my left? Do a little bit of exploring. Where does this go? Found a house? This is still going. Holy crap. What is this place? Be kind of cool if there was unlockable, kind of like a store, or maybe there was something up here I could have gotten fair. That'd be kind of cool. Alright, and up here, let's check our map and see what this is. Yeah, it's a building, but there's not really anything up here. Alright, well let's go back down the hill. So we need to, once we get to the bottom of the hill, we need to make a left. Just press X to dispatch them again. But if there's something in the way, won't it block it again? Okay, hold on. I mean, we'll see. If they break again, there's something there. So I'm not sure why he stopped like that. Hopefully it was just fluke, but... And nothing breaking the road, so I'm gonna have to go check it. Then we'll set up our route for the side objective, see if it gives us anything else to do. If not, that's what we'll wrap it up depending on what it does. crossroads. So it's down there is where it's failing. Hold on, spectate. Oh. What? Okay. Don't tell me it's gonna do the snow runner thing. That did not look like that was deep mud. I may have to send him up here. He may have to go all the way around. Well, that's gonna be inconvenient as hell. Let's go check that out. So the route's coming out here, so we just need to drive along this road until we get to here. I'm gonna put a marker here. Caution for the moment. Just see what it is. See what I can do about this. I don't know if I can do anything about it other than reroute them. Because I don't have a way to put sand down yet. So if it's too deep of a pit and it needs to be filled in a little bit, I don't have the ability to do this. I mean, that road right there was a little felt deeper than the one that I've got them on. Right here, apparently. Oh, shit. Right? Oh, that's a problem. Why is that so deep all of a sudden? It didn't do that when I drove through it the first time. What the hell? Could be a rock or something. It looks like it's just sinking, but it didn't do that the first time I drove through there. Is the issue. Does creating treads make it easier for them to drive through? Let's observe this. I'm going to create some treads from where it was. Let's get out of the road for a second. Okay, you sit right there. Alright. Although it says all rewards have been received on that one. I guess it just makes money, perhaps. Let's see what happens. Let's wait for him to get here. Wonder if I can somehow get him to go on the right side of the road, where he can kind of, he gets off the side a little bit and gets back on the road. I want to try that and see if I can reroute it that way, so it can stay on this road. This road is the shortest distance to the phosphate plant, where it's got to drop off. Here he comes. Also, I get that that's part of the mechanic, but I call BS that truck can't get through that mud. You see that truck. It's bottoming out. Is he slowly getting through that? Okay. I wonder if I drive through it a couple times and they flatten it out. That I don't know because I don't know how the difference work yet. You can cancel the routes and have all the rewards. You can cancel the routes and have all the rewards. I don't think it gives you anything else, does it? So let's go to this one. This one's on repeat, right? Because I was earning money in the beginning. I wonder if it only gives you a certain amount of money and then the route just isn't useful anymore. Let's wait to see what this one does. I'm gonna follow this one and see if we make any money. If so, then if not, then I'm just gonna cancel all these. While that's doing its thing, you let's plot your route. Start plotting. And here's where I'm like, do I take them down the main road or the back road? The back road didn't seem to have any mud, but it's a small road though. We'll try main road first. If they screw this up, then we'll send them down the back road. Create this route for this one. Because that may be the only spot right there that's a little iffy. Is that right there? No, that's just gonna get him there. That road's blocked anyways. And this has gotta go to the forward base. Okay. The turnoff's gonna be right there. Not quite there. Oh, wait. That's a very deep mud hole. I know that one exists, so let's go around it. Oh, but I would have to move that cart out of the way. Oh, I didn't think about that. Hold on. Alright, so what we're going to try to do is get them to drive around the cart. Corner's too sharp, okay. Then get back on the road. Here. There. 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 Not quite there yet. There. 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 Okay. It's a very long trip. We're gonna have to spectate this. Vehicle dispatched. Okay, so I actually don't think this is even delivering now. I'm just gonna cancel the route. Yeah, because it says all rewards received. Delete. Why are you not deleting? Let's add. How do I delete? Oh, I have to clear the whole route. That's not the right button. Down arrow. Here we go. Okay, so here's where the issue begins. Let's try to move him here, 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 back to the road. I'm about to move my truck. It's me experimenting for the future to see how I would solve issues like this. Seems pretty good. Cross there. And there. 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 I want to just see if that works. Okay, so let's spectate our to get you out of the way. Okay, let's spectate the. Uh-oh. Really? Icky. Okay. Ay, 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 ay. Delete point. Delete point. Delete point. Delete point. Delete point. Okay. We have to redo this whole bloody thing. God dang it. This thing I don't understand. I don't know why it drove like that. No, 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 no. Well, I mean, that might work, to be fair. They made it. Okay, I'll take that. That's at least something. Let's spectate them for the rest of the way. They give you a set amount. They will say, yeah, I saw that at the top. I'm just trying to be most efficient with my routes here so so they don't have to go as far. Alright, how about my other dude? Did he make it? I don't know. These two are about to succeed. Objective complete. Connect to the warehouse in there. 500 and 200. Okay. All objectives complete. No tracked objectives. Yep. Okay. Seems like that's everything. I think we've completed everything unless there's more side stuff that can be unlocked. So that's working. That's not what I wanted. He's empty, so yeah, okay. So these guys are doing this for pointless reasons. Kind of weird it doesn't just get rid of the route when there's nothing to deliver. That's a bit weird. But I do want to see if this works. That worked. Okay. Just drive around it. Alright, well that at least gives me confidence that I am grasping the waypoint system on how to get the convoys around certain obstacles. Alright. Cool. Now we can get rid of these routes. That one is still gonna get me rewards. Is there really I wonder if there's a point in letting this finish. Cause you are clearly done. Clear out. You're done. Cancel route. Clear route. Because there's no point in using those. Alright, we can delete that marker. Okay. So it's just this route now that's still got some resources it needs to deliver. One per truck? Oof, that'll take a while. So it's two each every time. So that's or excuse me, no, it's not. It's probably one truck. One truck's probably got concrete in it. One's got the metal bars. So it'd take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We take like several trips, up to 4 or 5. Do you know if there's a reason to let them finish tempting? Like, do you know if did these resources carry over to the next map? Because I guess if that's really, y'all doing it again. I don't understand. All right, you know what? You're driving across the mud now. I want to see if you can take it. Freaking terrible, man. Let's see if they can do that then. Dispatch vehicles. That's annoying. This is gonna take even longer if it keeps messing up. I do think that the AI's driving path is a little shitty, but I know another way around this. If it wants to really mess with me, I just send them through here, and then go right here and turn back up. There won't be that much difference in length in that situation. We'll see if they can get across this. I think they do. Okay, so let's. Alright, then I guess we'll use the rest of this time to kind of chill and chat for a second. Let this happen. We'll spectate our loads, although the problem is, wait a minute. Only one truck got dispatched. Do you have both? Concrete and metal? I only see metal. Part of me's worried that the concrete truck is the one that didn't make it now. Alright, let's watch them and see how they do. Yeah, they make very wide turns, is the problem. That's why. It drives like I do. It's the waypoints. They have to be kind of straight. Otherwise it forces it to make weird turns. It's like... Are we coming up on that spot? Actually, have we passed it? Did he already make it through? I don't think we've reached there yet. Wow, here we go. Coming up on it, I think. It'll be around this corner to the left. I will say I would kind of like an option to maybe help with this. Like maybe there's an AI truck, but then maybe I can pick it up and deliver it too. I'm actually not sure, but I doubt that. I assume this is only AI purposes. He actually might. Oh no, there it is. Okay. Moment of truth. Will he make it through this? He did it. Okay. That's better. And he did the right thing. I don't know if I accidentally made him do that or if the AI just kind of tried to find the path of least resistance automatically. That I don't know. It's funny because this part reminds me of Motortown. You can do this in Motortown. You create a route for the AI to do some of these deliveries for you. So I do appreciate that in this game. That is definitely a smart decision. Alright, he's made it. There's the other one. Is this the one carrying the concrete? They all seem to be the same. So maybe it delivers one of each on every truck. So if that's the case, then it's doing 2 at a time. So that might be a little faster. It is. So it's got one of each on the truck. So there's actually a concrete slab and a metal beam on that truck technically. It just doesn't show it in the back. Oh, that's... Oof. Oof. That is quite a few trucks we have to wait on. I don't know if we want to sit here for that long. I wish there was, too bad there's not a speed up time, but it's kind of strange there's not. I saw semi trucks carrying pickup trucks today. Oh, nice. Nice. Which I wonder if you can eventually decide what type of truck will do the routes for the AI. I don't know if that's a thing or not. This is just the starting map, so that might not be a thing on this map, if it is a thing in this game. Because part of me goes, that'd be a good decision too. Kind of almost like what you just said, but in a different fashion. It'd be kind of nicer if I could have a much bigger truck do this so it can carry more. But I assume that whatever the route is delivering at a time, so see how it says one per truck? Unless you can customize that later and actually change the truck that it's using and then actually increase how many is per one truck. Um, Otherwise, I think it's just determined by whatever that is, I guess. Kind of forcing it into that determined speed. Let's go into our Ford base for now. Yeah, see, we've unlocked the dozer now. We could buy one technically, but I'm saving up for probably the DLC vehicle. Yeah, mobile crane. We can buy one of those now. Okay. Trucks are making their run. We're down to 7 left. To 7 left. Here's the thing I would like to know too, and the game should probably tell me if this is the case, because I wonder if sitting here is also pointless, right? Another good thing I would like to know, does this run if I'm on another map? Does this happen in the background because I have it set up until it is needed? I really don't know. I assume no, but that probably should be a thing, because it's keeping us from moving to a new region, especially if these resources do carry over. They were definitely heading to a work site with how they were closely following each other. Ah. Hmm. I wonder if it also tells you what tires they're using. You know how that one has off-road tires as a symbol for that route, but the other two don't? I wonder if that's also how you tell where you need the route to go. Like that tells you, okay, these guys do not have off-road tires. They cannot go through anything really nasty. Or if they have orange symbol like that, maybe that's why he's going through the water like it's nothing. Yeah, look, that's not even phasing them. So they must have different tires depending on the route too. So certain things definitely do change based on the route, or based on whatever maybe the route's mission is, or what it has available to it. I assume. You see, the green line means the route is good. Orange, orange, potential hazard. Red is bad. Really? But wait, are we sure? Or maybe it's. I don't think it changed when I put the route down. So I think it was always orange. So how would it know that the route is bad if I decided to put it on a route that wasn't bad? Because I don't think it ever changed color. Okay, I'm gonna use the other one real quick to see something. We're gonna do some experimentation while we're in here. The normal one. The one that I did before. Start plotting. I want to try something. Right there. That's a really sharp turn. But that route didn't change though. The color didn't change. Hmm. I don't know. I mean, I don't need to dispatch because there's no reason to send vehicles from that one anymore, but. Hmm. It said it on the tutorial. Did it? I missed that, to be fair. It's just, maybe it's, I guess, but here's the thing, that doesn't make any sense though, if that's the case though. I don't know if I believe the tutorial if that's the case then, because hold on. If that were true, then this should be orange. Because clearly this route is not a safe route. The one that came from the abandoned facility, it gets stuck right here if I don't go around. And that was still, until it broke, that was still considered green when it did it the first time. It succeeded going through here like it was nothing. I don't know, that just, something just don't seem right. I guess the only way I could test that is, since we know that's where trucks can get stuck, maybe send the other route that's currently operational down this road to see if it gets stuck. If it doesn't get stuck, then that's actually the tires they have. That's not the route type. That's what they're capable of. But there's only one way to test that. So I guess, hold on. Operational, it's got 6 left. Cancel route for a second. Clear route. I want to try this. This is, we have to try this. I wanna know how it's determining what does it think that orange is. So we can go the same way basically. So we're gonna take it through the route that always gets stuck so I can see if it gets stuck. Then we make a left. Okay. So we gotta go to the right instead of left this time. Okay, let's keep going. So keep barreling on straight this way. This is where it is, right there. So we want them to purposely get stuck. So let's do that, that, and then power through. So we can see angle too sharp. Oh yeah, that's because I was trying to turn it around basically. That, that. It's got to turn left. It's got to go all the way around, sadly, but I kind of want to do that just to see how this works. So keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. These don't connect, do they? Okay, good. They don't accidentally mingle together. I have 142 notches left. That's fine. And we want to drive this way. Drive this way. Oh. Oh, hold on. We want to turn him that way. Dispatch regions. Alright, it's gonna take a minute for it to get there. I guess I'll just chat with you guys and chill for a second. Oops. I want to spectate him so we can see it when he gets there. There we go. Alright, do your thing, big guy. We're gonna stay on this camera for now. It would have been nice to see people working at the sites to give them more life. Yeah, this is still better than what it used to be in SnowRunner, but I still think that would be kind of cool too. Or at least more ambient sounds, or maybe just, I don't know. Really not sure what you could really do that would be easy to render in without it causing too much memory problems. Because that's another thing, memory would become an issue at certain points. If this truck don't get stuck, then we have our answer. If it gets stuck, then I don't see the point in those icons if it still gets stuck, because it says according to the route that normally comes from that's a safe route. There's going to be hardly no issues at all, if any, probably none. Whereas this is orange, saying that it's riskier, but yet he's made it more times than the one that was green. The only thing that actually screwed us was those tight turns I was trying to make with it. But we'll see when it gets there. I'm quite curious. What time is it? We gotta wrap it up here soon. I'll probably have to let this run in the background and go eat when we end the stream here soon. But I want to see what happens. This will be our last spectating moment. Just to do some more testing. Let's see what this game is capable of and what's in ways around certain things that might crop up as an issue in the path. Not sure. Probably got a ways to go still. Oh no, we're over, we're here. That was fast. Alright, moment of truth is coming up in a minute. At least I think we're here. This might be a different farm. There's like several little plantations to drive by. Wait, nope, there it is. Alright, moment of truth. No, he got stuck too. Oh, wait. He's bottoming out on something. But see, that kind of proves my point. Okay, so that is not the type of tires they have. But here's my issue with this. That means the icon's bullshit. Because the route that originally the trucks were running on from the abandoned facility got stuck here too, and that was a green icon. So I want to note this one that's coming from all the way over here, going through several small mud patches, like it's nothing, but can't get past this. Yet this one says that should be a pretty easy route straight there. I swear, man, Saber just doesn't understand how to do UI. Frickin' physics. I love them, but God, they're kind of idiots. Alright, let's set up the original route again. That's really annoying. No, I did that, Jam King, but that's not my problem. I did that to fix that before. But that's my issue with this is not that you can go around it somewhat. My issue with it is don't give me icons that tell me the difficulty of the route if they're total bullshit. Because then I might as well just do the route myself and then see if it's gonna screw me or not. That's not good design. It's not. I I don't understand the laziness anymore. I really don't. Because then it's like, well, then why give me the UI tool at all if it's just a blatant lie and that it's not true? It's reminding me of the fake snow tires from SnowRunner that weren't really snow tires all over again. But at least in this case, it's a UI problem, so it's not as detrimental. But it means I just have to guess. And that there's no way to know truly if it's going to succeed or not. But you're legit better off just kind of looking at it yourself and going, no, I'm going this way. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of changes made to this game after day one. I have a feeling they're going to get hit with a lot of stuff that people are going to complain about. I just have a distinct feeling. What do we have to turn off again? Right here, right? Yeah. Alright. Now, I do think that what the icon probably should do is based on the direction I made the route, it should change colors. Like, it should change dynamically as the route is made. So that way it goes green, orange, red, showing me I'm severely making this more difficult. Like, it should start off as green, and then depending on which things I make it drive through, it'll add more difficulty. It's like, I just have a bad feeling games in general, other than indie games, are just going down the rabbit hole of the dodo. Things are just not professional quality as much anymore. They're too busy worried about how good the wind is blowing that bush to my left. That's good, but that ain't what we buy these games for. This isn't, once again, it's not a movie. You're not Hollywood. And it's like, no. Gameplay is the most important thing in a game. There's worse examples, but it's like, I'm being harsher on them because they've made 2 other freaking truck games before this. This should not be an issue. Oh, man. I broke the timeline hard night. Somehow I recruited Shar as Jaburo. Yeah, you can do that. Oh, maybe not Shar directly. You'll get Quattro. You get the Quattro version of Shar. That's the one I got. He's actually patrolling one of my areas in my playthrough. But I don't know. I really don't know what else to say to it. Like, it's a bit disappointing. Like, the game overall is still a decent game and pretty good. I wouldn't say good. I'd say decent and pretty good. But it's got a lot of things holding it back for no reason. And that can kill a good game even when it is somewhat good. You have so many other things that are also counteracting the goodness. It kind of has the same adverse effect where the teeter-totter ends up basically at the perfect middle, where in this case you don't want that, because now it's causing the game to basically have a diluted feeling, a diluted feeling. So, no, I downloaded a mod that adds Gundam characters as legendary paragons. Legendary Par. What do you mean paragons? I mean, I have that already. But you still can't get Char. Like, I do know that there's legendary people. I'm pretty sure I have all that. Because you can get Quattro and the people from the show all the time. The entire time. But one of the trucks is almost there. You know, we're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna be able to wait for 5 more. Is there another one on the road at least? Yeah, there is. So that'll drop it down to 3. Oh no, that one already got delivered, so that one was actually still 5, including the one that's on its way there now. Ouch. That is quite a long time. Also, this right here. If this resource carries over, this is very tedious. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. The least they could do, and I'll have to test this the next time we try this. Next time we're not gonna I'm not gonna sit here in the background. I am gonna end the stream here in a second, because I just don't have time to wait on 5 more trucks. Another thing I need to test also that seems like it would be a quality of life that should exist standardly for this. If this route does not continue while I'm on other maps, then once again, what am I supposed to do right now? Literally my only job right now is to sit here in my truck, parked on the side of the road, for however many hours it's going to take these trucks to get through here. Yeah. For every good thing I find three things that don't make sense. That's not good. It's a separate mod that adds them. But I don't get what you mean by adds them. I have them naturally. I don't understand what you're talking about. Because I already have Amuro and Char and people I can recruit from the show. I don't know what you mean by that. Like, why would they have a separate add-on for something that's already in the mod? Like in vanilla, legendary leaders can join your empire. This mod replaces them with Gundam characters like Char. Yeah, I already have that. But I don't have that mod. That's what you're confused. You don't get why I'm being confused, Farseer. Like, I don't have a legendary mod yet. I have Amuro with an RX-78 trait. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. A lot of confusion happening today. Different mod offers? Okay, but once again, the mod that you get for Gundam naturally does this. So why would you go get another one? That's the part I don't think you're getting what I'm putting down. Why would I get a whole nother mod when the mod that I have already gives you that? But in chronological proper people you would have for your faction. Meaning I have a legendary Amuro now, but I would never be able to get a Char. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying here. But it's still a legendary Paragon. That's why I don't understand. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it's down to 4. Yeah. Okay. I think we need to wrap it up. And I'll just let this burn in the background. And then on the next map, we need to test to see, because I have a feeling it's going to end up the same way. I guess there's one way I could mitigate this. There's one way I myself could keep this from becoming a problem where we're sitting here waiting for for the delivery to finish, doing nothing. If I had done the side quests before the main quests at all times, they would be running in the background while I'm doing the main quest. So there is that. But I do think, like, since these are side quests and if these are carried over materials, I do feel like there should be a fast forward button if I've got nothing else, or a way to expedite this process. If I didn't think about doing that ahead of time, because most people aren't going to do that or think about that ahead of time. They're going to end up accidentally doing the main ones first and then do all the side ones, and then they're just going to be sitting there doing nothing. Once again, this is playing into people just finish playing your game. This is a pacing issue by a massive amount. Most even hardcore players still only have so much patience, especially when we want to rather be doing something and driving ourselves and exploring the map and doing our own thing, not just sitting and waiting for some random trucks to drive somewhere. Like, I like the mechanic of it, but I don't like that it's locked into You have to wait till it gets done. If it were permanent, sure. Because then I could just let it do its thing in the background, go to the next map, especially if it's progressive to the other map, and if it still runs in the background, that would make more sense. I don't think they thought through a lot of this. I don't. Missed some of the stream, so I'm watching past you struggling to plot a route. We're also watching current chat, confusing as hell. Well, that's why if you want to watch that, you probably should wait till after the stream's done, so you don't get confused by the chat and make it kind of weird. But um, I mean, we're not really doing anything right now is the issue. Like, this is very boring. We're almost there. Oh, but the other truck hasn't even been dispatched yet. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Nah. You're doing parkour now. Parkour? Oh, you're at the very beginning, Lamito. You're very far behind. You're very, very far behind, Lamito. That was the literal beginning of the game. The part that already gave me bad taste. A bad taste in my mouth. And it's not helping. A lot of these things are not helping get rid of it either. For every one thing I find that I enjoy, two more things crop up that I do not. Don't mind me, just looking through my leader pool. Let's see. Plus, one thing about that mod I want to touch on too, whatever that separate mod is, if it can give you Char for Jaburo, that's pointless. I don't like that because you'll never be able to use that. If his red common trait doesn't really help him too much on certain mobile suits that he's not supposed to be in, then it seems weird to me. I don't know. That's not as redundant as what's going on in this game, but either way. I don't know. Alright, chat, what do you want to do? You want to wrap it up here, or we want to wait for the trucks? Because I can go ahead and go tell my mom to start my food here in a little bit if y'all want to wait on the trucks and we see what happens. Finish it up and then, I guess, quit out the map. Also, that's another thing. I'm going to have to quit out, figure out what that does. So there's another one. They just delivered another one. Okay, there's two more. So what is our status on which truck is where? So there's one there. The second one hasn't dispatched yet. The problem is, I wonder if it's not doing two at a time now. If another one went out right now, then it would be done when that one gets there. And this is going to be a weird comparison. Halia doesn't curtail my progress this much. And it's a free-to-play game. And I'm finally starting to run into certain things that can take up to 30 minutes. But even that still somehow keeps pace better than what this feels like it's doing. Is it literally going to dispatch this last truck when this one's done? Come on. Wasn't doing that before, was it? I'm waiting for it. There it is. So there's the final truck. We'll spectate this one because this is the last truck that's heading out. We'll let the cinematic. To be fair, I slapped him in RX-78 as a joke. That would be funny. Although he'd be better with it in real life. But that would be a funny thing to see. Who's that? Charisma. Why is he in Gundam? I don't know. This is bad. Where's Amuro? He's dead. But we'll spectate this one since this one's dead now. I'm gonna go ahead and go start my food. Get her to get things going before we wrap up the stream. Yeah, we definitely have to do more of this co-op wise and show and check out the next map. Because the next map's gonna be the make or break for me. It's gonna determine whether I care to finish this game or not. And just or let it fall to the wayside forever. Kinda like I did SnowRunner. I never did finish that game. Just couldn't. It was too tedious, too painful. It's like this. I'm getting the same vibes, but for different reasons and for different mechanics. Some of the things are still being a little weird here and there. They seem very much familiar, but other things are at least improved. But then for everything that's improved, there's a new problem that's now developed. So I don't know. Oh, I figured out how I got him. Oh, how'd you do? Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up? He can appear in militarist empires. Oh. Major Burrow fanatic militarist. Yeah. I did not go in that direction. I kept them what they were. I kept them normal militarists and all that. Like, look how well he powers into that, but that other kid just kills it. Just like SnowRunner, there's pits that are 10, 20 feet deep that don't make no sense on where they're at and why they're there. Yet the places that would make sense that would be that deep, like that giant mud hole back there with all the water standing in it, they blow through that like sand. So it's like, what? That part's very much SnowRunner's problem in the old days. That was a big problem SnowRunner had. Its physics were breaking in the beginning of the game on its release, and holes were being created that were massively, massively deep where you could not drive through. Alright, all rewards received. Let me let him... Alright. Alright. So the routes are all done now. We've received 12 concrete slabs, 14 steel bars. Alright. So what do we do now? How do we... These are all done. These are the event logs, okay. Alright. Skip tutorial. Aren't we done? Return to hub. See, that makes sense. And that you'd have to clear that out of the road. So 100%. So it would be Aftermath now. I think Aftermath is the one me and James did. I think that's the one where we're gonna do if the demo had worked on my PC. I think it's this. Let's go ahead and load it up and see. So 0 collected resources. Let's just start it, and that's where we'll save it. Start with my scout. Did give you a company name? Huh? What'd you say? Yeah, I did get a company name and a logo. North Africa. Your company returns to the region after a storm has passed to witness the aftermath and help mitigate the consequences. Okay.
Looks like our hard work paid off. The storm's passed and the town's still standing.
So those resources don't transfer.
We better check for damage.
That makes that even more useless. Game, please stop. Please stop ruining my experience for you. Please, I hate the way developers do things now. This asinine behavior that's developed. Oh my god. So there's no point in doing any of what I just did. And this looks like the same place, but different. So it's the same map. Hold on. Really? But the resources aren't progressive? Oh, yeah. Okay. This one's going to teach me about wood cutting, it looks like. It's showing me a new resource type. So is this all tutorials? Is every single one of these maps a tutorial? Oh, You don't want to know the answer, James. You can customize the hub. Let me go back. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's some things I like about this, James, and then there's other things that let's just say saber be saber. It's getting old, man. It's getting old with all these companies. It's getting less and less where I care about gaming at all. Okay, so what do you mean by customizing? Huh? How do I do that? What are we talking about? Oh, yeah, you can customize it from here. Yeah, I did all that ages ago. I mean, that part's good. Like I said, the customization and the vehicle choice, great. I love it. I do love the lived-in part of the delivery, but I don't like how the delivery is handled. Especially when the resources do not transfer maps. So what's the point in finishing the routes? Especially since you don't have control over them, they're all AI. That means you have to just sit there and wait, doing nothing, for however long we sat there. Like, I bet you I can go back, if I won't come back and watch this stream, I can time how long that took. And I guarantee you it was at least 30 minutes to an hour of doing nothing. And I'm like, I don't know if that's good. If these routes are meant to be infinite at some point past the tutorial, maybe. But I don't think people are going to make it past this. If this is supposed to be the tutorial for the entire game, and it's handled like this, I don't think people are going to make it to what the meat and potatoes of this game is if it is different than what it's having right now. Why would you make your tutorial so vastly separated from what maybe the full game is? I'm almost tempted to skip the tutorial just to see what it does. And to see what the difference feels like. It says it does. Might be because it was the first tutorial map. But they're all tutorials. But here's my thing, though. Okay, if it is because it's a tutorial map, I got bad news for you. So is the second map also a tutorial map? Otherwise, it wouldn't give us the option to skip a tutorial. So it means all these maps are tutorial maps. What? I don't know. I just don't think none of that is an excuse. Because you're looking at it from the perspective after you get past the tutorial, whatever the tutorial may entail. But I can guarantee you, I have more patience than most average people. No one's going to make it past that first map. Not a single person. Not a single person. Unless they fight through it like I did. They're going to get bored, get angry, get annoyed, quit the game, delete the game, try to get a refund. That is the course of that. Oh, damn it. I wanted this game to be good. So Farseer might be right. I think this might be the second coming of SnowRunner. I hate to give it that kind of hate, but this game is not what the demo showed. It's changed so much shit since the demo. No. I have a. I'm gonna fight through it and see it and give it as much benefit of the doubt as we can going forward. But I'm gonna do it so y'all don't have to buy it. I'm now in review mode now. I will finish this game enough or get deep enough into it to give it a fair shake. But if it has already given this is how any review is, and even the big Asman himself said this about a game. And this is generally for most gamers. If you can't impress someone in the first 10 minutes, you fail. And so, the third map I did briefly wasn't a tutorial, so it's got to be the first two. Well, that's annoying because these maps are huge and they take forever. So, I guess we'll see. I'll give it credit until I get to the third map. That means what I'll do is I'll do another episode of this tomorrow instead of Doom. Because I want to get through this pretty quickly if it's going to slag us down. We're going to do another episode of this tomorrow. We're going to try to burn through the second map as fast as possible so we can get to the third map and see if it's any different. Because that sounds like that the third map's going to be my true judgment of this game and will be my final thought of whether this game is SnowRunner 2 or if it's something better. So, we'll have to see. And I had high hopes. That's what's bad. I went into this with complete positivity and complete benefit of the doubt. But as things broke more and more, and the stupidity of some of the mechanics, and the arcadiness of some of the stupidness it made us do, I hope and pray that is not the full game. That is not what's beyond the tutorial. Because if that's all it's going to be, yeah, I'm going to be done with this game in about a week. If that's the case. Or at least as far as being playing it anymore. Not even satisfactory pushes you this hard. No, it don't. A lot of games don't. They're not supposed to. when you make a simulator game, you have to understand pacing. It's the biggest thing that can go wrong in a simulator. Pacing and gameplay mechanics themselves, meaning like how the vehicles work in this case, or how the cranes work, or any of that. It's got some weird wonkiness in some choices, and in other choices, it's brilliant. I will give it that. But then there's even further choices that are just, what in the world? Why did you not make that more useful? But we'll have to see. I'll give it credit, and I'll try it for the next day or two. We'll see how far we get tomorrow, see if we can get into the third map. So what we'll probably do for the next 2 days, tomorrow and the day after, try to. This way, I can chat for you, James. For since you're in chat and you're able to be here and hear what I'm saying. Don't pick it up until I get through with this, because I don't want you wasting your money if we're not gonna play this. I already have bit that bullet and can't go back. So I'm gonna say right now, since you know the same BS that SnowRunner put us both through, you had it worse than I did because of the save file interruption stuff that also happened. Um, Wait till I do the next 2 episodes. Then I'll tell you if it's worth even continuing this, or if we're gonna even have a series on this at all. Otherwise, it'll be the only 3 episodes for this in existence. So, see, unless you spawn in a desert, and by that point you deserve what's happening to you. And well, if you're spawning in a desert, you're doing that to yourself probably in Satisfactory because you're wanting a harder start. But you already understand the game at that point. It's like I said, simulator and games like this, pacing, pacing, pacing. If you can't get your pacing right in the beginning, you are going to screw yourself from the get go. That's the same reasoning why, for the opposite reason, why I stopped playing the newest construction simulator. Because it was too easy. It was the opposite spectrum of this one. Like, this one is putting too many roadblocks and forcing the player to wait on too many things for just the sake of extending the gameplay and extending the time on something. And I'm like, that's the opposite problem that construction worker had, or construction simulator, the new construction simulator had. That one was so easy that you blew through the game in about 3 days, basically. If you played it every day, yeah. I realistically, you could probably beat that thing in friggin' 3 days. That's how crazy fast some of the stuff allows you to do, and the arcadey like forgiveness that they gave. They basically made it a casual game, basically a mobile game, essentially, if you think about it, which is very sad. Now this has the opposite issue. This is so complicated to the point that it's overcomplicated and overconvoluted to the point it's not keeping the pace because it's drawing the player down so much and slowing them down so much. And I don't even mean driving, just gameplay alone, but in general, that you're gonna get bored. So, I will retract any of this if it proves me wrong in the next 2 days. But if it cannot get me interested more than interested back in this game again and excited for what it's supposed to be in the next 2 days, this game's done for this channel. It's like, tired of these new games not delivering, man. This is why I'm starting to get to the point of spending less and less money on anything coming from any of these previous developers that already existed, because they're proving that they're not capable of being what they were. It's just sad, but not much I can do about that. Let me move my face again and put it, I don't really know, here for now. Either wait a week before buying or buy from trusted devs. Yeah, but the thing is this. I thought this game was good because I had seen other YouTubers play this. And see, wait until you try to link your account to get access to the mod hub. You be pulling your hair out. I mean, probably. I mean, it wants you to do a bloody QR code. I don't really care about the mods too hard. I mean, maybe the mods would once again mitigate it. But then if it gets to that point, I'm just not playing this game. Because I'm not going to make it where the mods have to fix this game. If that's what they want to run their business like, then they will get no more money out of me. Because it is not the modder's fucking responsibility, excuse my language, to make your game better. It's not. That's your job. So, it's like, so, it's... Mod Hub was empty for me. Really? But you went through the process and then it ended up being empty. I mean, it is only a day one game right now, but really? That's bad sign. Because some games, even Farming Sim, when it first came out, the new one, it had mods day one. Uh-oh, that's not good. People might have already given up on this game. And that might be a sign that I'm about to run into tomorrow. Oh, that's sad. Holy crap, man, that's terrible. So it was empty. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, Farming Sim had mods even day one, so that's also embarrassing. That another one of your competitors could at least also have their mods in there from the get-go. Just if you're gonna let the mods fix your game and do your job for you. I'm getting a little hardcore on it now, and I need to stop, but I'll leave it at that until tomorrow's more continued review, and the day after that. But man, I had so high hopes. I hope it proves me wrong. I really do. I hope I hope the third map somehow just opens up some holy grail, and it turns out the tutorial was just terribly designed. Like if that's the case, then I at least can only blame one person in the company, because then whoever was responsible for the tutorial was an idiot. But if it turns out that it's not just the tutorial and the main game plays like this too, beyond the tutorial, yeah, this won't keep my attention enough. It doesn't have enough going for it for that. We'll see though as time gets on. But let's see. Speaking of making it better, and that's another thing, like Lamito just said, the controls for the crane are harder than they were in SnowRunner. Huh? The winch is also more convoluted in this game than SnowRunner. That's something else mechanically I have to touch on. Whoever designed these control schemes was a pure idiot. Stop hiring noobs. Oh God. It's the best way I can explain it. These companies need to stop paying noobs. Anyways, this feels like SnowRunner 2, and my instincts are telling me to burn it. You might be right. I mean, I feel that way too, somewhat, James. I'm hoping I'm wrong. That's why I'm telling you, don't jump into that pool yet. And I'm gonna say this to everyone else too. If you watch my channel for reviews and to see how a game is, wait till I finish the next 2 episodes before you buy this game. I can't recommend it to you. I can't. I cannot sit here and legitimately say and recommend that this game is something you're going to enjoy, because as someone who is someone who enjoys simulator games, driving games, trucking games, construction games, farming games, simulator games in general, because it's something I enjoy on the side to get me away from my crazy amount of action adventure hack and slashes and boomer shooters I play half the time. Um, yeah, I'm, I can't recommend this right now. I can't. I'm gonna have to say nay until till the next 2 days. Then we'll see if that choice stays or not. If the nay is a guaranteed no, I do not recommend, or if it's just a temporary no. Because if it does turn out that the tutorial is the problem, then my recommendation will change from I recommend the game, but I don't recommend the tutorial unless and kind of just make you do it yourself. No offense to it. I would say skip the tutorial. Just learn it by the hard way. You'd probably have more fun that way if it turns out the tutorial is the only shitty part. But we'll see. Yep, that is every developer, it feels like now. Bungie is the biggest example of it, as we talked about at the beginning, but I'm not going to go back into that. But if you're the people you're hiring are turning into thieves or can't even do basic coding, you know, don't let them make our games because we're not going to buy them. The more this happens, and the more we get burnt as consumers by these games that aren't worth our time, we're going to spend less and less and not spend more. We're going to look at that $80 and go, that's just another price for a trash can. It's like this is the price for a AAA trash can. Modders are already moving in to fix everything Gearbox broke, tearing the game apart and making it somewhat better. Gearbox? Wait, Homeworld. Speaking of making it better, guess what's happening to Homeworld 3 after it was abandoned? Modders are already moving to fix everything Gearbox. I didn't know Gearbox made that game. Really? That's Gearbox? The same people who make Borderlands? I mean, that kind of says a lot if that's the case. But I did not know that. The same Halo modders who helped make Sins of a Solar Empire 2 is making a mod for Homeworld 3. I mean, that'll still make it better. I don't know if I'd consider Homeworld 3 a bad game, though. Overall, it was still a good game. It has its issues. Once you learn what you're doing, it's really fun. Unlike this game so far. Because I knew what I was doing halfway through that, and still I was not having much fun. And so I'll at least give Homeworld 3 that, even if it was abandoned. But no, that was Gearbox. Huh. But that's interesting to hear. But I'm gonna end it here. It's already 9:27. I'm already probably gonna get in trouble and get yelled at because I waited too long. And sadly, that me getting yelled at is not gonna be worth it because this game was, man, it'd have been worth it if I enjoyed the experience. Me going later than I should have. But I guess we'll leave it here. I'll type up for tomorrow's episode. We'll start really early tomorrow because I want to have time to try to make it to the third map in one episode because I really don't want to do a third one. If this game ends up busting on me and it ruining my experience for it, I really only want to do 2 episodes if I can help it. So, because I don't like to do episodes on games I'm just not enjoying. It's just not good content for you guys, and I'm not going to be as entertaining because I'm not going to be in my hyper awesome enjoyment, like excited mood of the game or the what's going on and chilling with you guys. Like that gets really kind of ruined if the game itself is not doing as intended. So let's see. And Roadcraft got mixed reviews on Steam. Why I got Oh, I bet. If I what I'm seeing now, I bet. But that's good, I'm hoping. I'm hoping that will force them to change some of this and to fire whoever made this decision. I'm become full Baltimore levels of thinking when it comes to that. You can't do your job, you need to be fired. Time to go flip some burgers. It's like you clearly aren't experienced enough to be in this field. So, but either way, but alright, chat. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you enjoyed the craziness that was this stream. I wish it could have been better, and sorry for me kind of going off in some cases, but the patience has worn to nothing when it comes to these half-ass projects. So I pretty much jump towards the throat now, just because I feel like it's needed. Because we're now living in a society that if you don't, they're just gonna do it anyways and pretend it's okay. So you have to jump down someone's throat. That's the only way to do it now. So say it like it is. Say it straight up. Don't hold anything back, and do not puffball it, because that's the reason why we've ended up in this point, this position as a gaming industry, as anything. So too much puffballing. But by art not, and I'm 100% confident they can't put the fires in the bag properly. Oh, fries! I said fires. Fries. I don't know how I saw fire in that. Hey, you might be right. But anyways, GG y'all. Tam King said, big shout out to Mad Lad James in the chat. Big shout out to Sir Sealy. Sealy said, see ya, Art Not. See ya, Sealy. I'll be here around a little earlier. I'm going to say 12:30, 1 o'clock, unless I have to go somewhere. Tomorrow is when we're starting instead of when I started today. We're starting at 12:31 tomorrow, so we can blitzkrieg through this and see if it's going to get any better. I hope. I wanted this to be good because I love games that are in this concept, like what this game is. So I hope. But hope to see y'all in our next episode tomorrow. And thank you so much for joining in tonight. And big shout out to the Mad Lad James. Show his channel some love and check out his channel as well. And hope to see y'all in our continued review of this and to see how this goes in tomorrow's episode. So peace and love to everyone watching. And until next time, I will see you all in our next one. Bye!